Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Make the difference, be the difference. And guys, I'm Carol Witt. I'm the founder and director for program YEA Global, Young Entrepreneurs Alliance. And we teach a thriving mindset. We actually teach how to distinguish between a limited mindset and a thriving mindset. And we're known for making a difference. Our students make big differences, and we're known for making ideas happen, and we're known for being action takers. And I have the pleasure of interviewing Meg Deers today from South Africa, guys, and she is out there making big differences, and she's going to tell you all about it. But first, I always ask my guests, what is a quote that resonates with them, that really has them, it speaks to them. And she shared this quote with me: stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. And I love that quote. Thank you, Megan. All right, so Meg, I'm going to have you come on, and I want you to share with everyone your story.
Thanks, Carol. And so, thank you so much for having me here today. Loving the opportunity. And yes, the quote that I've given you, that I've shared with you, is just something that's been walking a journey with me, I think, since primary school. When I first read it, it resonated with me immediately. And it speaks very deeply to me in terms of the grounding aspect of being a person who knows what they want, who is purposeful about what they do, but also someone that knows themselves well enough to be able to share themselves with other people in a positive way. So that is where this quote comes from and how it resonates with me. And I am, as you said, based in Cape Town, South Africa. I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. That's normally the first thing that I say to people when I meet them, and the first way I introduce myself. But also, I'm a very passionate person, and I've been in this business. It's my second business. I've been in this business for the last 4.5 years. And what I've been doing over the last while in this space is just first and foremost building a business that I could feel was mine and was comfortable for me to operate in, to play in every day. I always say I play in my business. And I mentioned I'm a multifaceted, multi-passionate person, and my business started off being a copywriting and content creation space. So I'm a word nerd, self-confessed. I love reading, and I've always been in this space where reading has been a huge part of my life. I come from a family of readers, and my parents were absolutely instrumental in sharing their joy and that opportunity of reading with us, right? And that is something that really stuck with me through the years. So as I was doing my copywriting, content creation, I discovered a few more passions along the way, because that was one thing that I promised myself when I stepped into this business space. After my previous business, I went back into corporate for a few years, but I was dying to get back out into my own space. And when I built this business, I said to myself, I will slowly build this mini empire that takes literacy out into the world. I knew that our kids just are not getting that grounding in literacy. They're not getting that support to be able to read and to keep reading, and the encouragement to just add it to their day-to-day. So for me, that was a big thing. And one of the ways in which I started doing that was just through my copywriting, through my content creation. I started building some credibility in my industry and started working in different industries. And about 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I started offering English literacy tuition from where I'm based at home, my home office. And I offer the service online and in person. And it is just something that I feel is me making a difference to at least a handful of people, a group of people. And that's how it started off. And although I focus quite heavily on young children and the youth, I do support adults as well in that space. And the more I worked in those various spaces that I had created within my business, Paradox Rocks Communications, the more I realized how passionate I am about so many other things, and that everything was within my reach to be able to experiment with, to try, to just savor those moments and discover more passions, right? Because that's ultimately what it's about. And I've recently stepped into the coaching space. So I'm a passion and purpose coach. And
Mm.
I took that on, being really intentional about helping people, especially our youth, recognize who they are
Mhm.
individually and without any frills, without having to work on the weaknesses that people are talking about, etc. Just what you come to the table with to start with and building from there. So I was finding that I love meeting people where they are and just going, right, we've got all of this to work with, let's go and let's do this. And I coach or mentor them through the process. And so over the last 2 years, I've also been stepping into a coaching role in the entrepreneurial space. I coach with an amazing team of 8 other coaches on a program called Ignite. And we take students, business and related students, and we put them through a business accelerator program. And it's been the most life-changing experience for me as a coach, just learning how to nurture them and coach them through that space. And many of them either have just the idea, the concept of a business, and they build with us during the duration of the program, or they've got a business that's registered and perhaps active, but not quite hitting the right notes yet. And so we just walk a journey with them. And the whole aim of that is to layer the theory that they've been studying for and learning over the last X amount of years. We layer that with a very practical and hands-on experience in the entrepreneurial space. And all 8 coaches and myself are experienced entrepreneurs, and it's amazing what you get to learn as a coach, but what you also get to share. You know, every experience, every participant in that space is different, and the experience and their approach is different, their thinking is different, their questions are different. And so for me, it's just a space that lights me up, because I love variety. I love being challenged. I love thinking out of the box, and that's what they get me to do. So I've been enjoying that journey for the last 2 years with 2 separate cohorts of students. And finally, I think to mention the English literacy tuition space that I stepped in 2 years ago has accelerated my vision to start a youth academy, which was meant to start in 2030 according to my business plan, which I wrote in 2020. And it's been accelerated into the now, because the more I network fervently. I love networking, meeting people across the globe, and I've done this quite religiously for many years. The more I collaborated with people, the more I spoke to people, the more I joined groups such as yours, Carol. You know, this is a global group just working towards impact and global growth and just getting people to thrive together. And I've gotten to the point now where my youth academy has been accelerated into the now. And so over the next few months, I'm looking forward to finalizing that space. I've been working in it, but it's never been finalized and registered as a youth academy. So that's where we are right now.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You're up to a lot of things. And I love that you're working with young people, with youth. I have special place in my heart for championing our future leaders. And that's what you're up to. And I love that. I so love that. And what you are doing and what YE is doing is such a collaboration. So I'm so excited about what our future looks like in working together, and you know, matching our efforts. It will be amazing. So okay, so Meg, you've shared quite a lot with us, and there might be something that you haven't shared yet. And so is there anything that you want to share with people that you haven't really like let them know yet, before we end our interview today?
I think for the moment, Carol, the biggest thing is just I'm surrounded, and this is something I really took notice of in my journey. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the end of last year, towards the end of last year. And for the months following that, I was really in a space where I needed to contend with that and, just focused on, I stepped out of my business for a while and just got my health back on track and so on. And I think the biggest thing that I want to share with people is that if there's a purpose and it's sitting with you, just take it on. Take it on, because the more you acknowledge it and the more you work with it, the bigger it gets, the scarier it gets. But something, I've got a meme on my phone that says, if it excites you and it scares you at the same time, it probably means you should do it. So I've gotten such support
Mm,
on my journey over the years. And I just want to encourage people, if it's a space that you feel you can make a difference, the fact that you've made a difference to one person's life,
mm,
that could be your purpose, right? So it's not about being someone that can make a global difference or a difference to 10 million people. That's not what it's about. There are so many amazing people I know that are doing little bits every day, and they're just growing and growing in these spaces. So just to encourage people to step into it, just to figure out how they come to the table, what they bring along as a person, and to share that. It can start with a smile.
yeah, I so love that you shared that, Meg, because absolutely we all come with our own specialness. We
Yes.
all we all make a difference in our own ways. But guys, find out what that is for yourself. Find out what
Yes.
that is for yourself, because it really lights up your life when you make a difference for other people. It really
That's,
takes your life to another level of loving it. Um,
yes.
Meg, thank you so much for what you do, for what you're going to continue to do, um, and how you have such a passion for what you do. Thank you. Thank you for being the
Thank
one, because really and truly, it takes something to be the one that is making the kind of difference you are making. And it takes, like, really and truly, you choosing it daily to step into
you.
that. Yeah. So
Yes.
thank you. All
Thank
right.
you,
Well,
Kat.
guys, thank you so much for joining us today and meeting Meg and more golden hearts, people that are out there making a difference. Okay. And find your difference that you make. And thank you. Please subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so that you can get more of our interviews from amazing people. We'll see you soon with another new interview and another new golden heart. Bye for now.